Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome here if it's your first time. And in this video I'm looking at this device here, which is a DAC and headphone amplifier unit. It is the SMSL DL100. Let's get it. What's cracking, audio fans? David here from Prime Audio Reviews, and the SMSL DL100 comes in at a price of $179. So it's an entry level unit. It's interesting in a couple of ways. First of all, it's got quad CS43131 DAC chips. So 4 DAC chips in this little guy here. One of the more interesting things, it's got a HDMI ARC input. So that means you can also plug this easily into your TV. So that's what the top looks like. This is what the front looks like. So we've kind of got this trapezoid shaped chassis here. You can see it's got a 6.35mm headphone jack next to a 4.4mm headphone jack and an OLED display, and your little multi-function button and volume knob on the side there. And here on the back, we've got our power in. We've got a USB Type-C input, Bluetooth antenna, because Bluetooth input, HDMI and ARC input, optical input, coaxial input, and then our outputs, we've got balanced XLR and single-ended RCA outputs. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Hope you can see it all right. I'm not going to plug it in. It's just an OLED display. It's not one of those pretty displays they've got on some of their other units. This is a different kind of device from the other SMSL stuff. It's kind of designed for use in a home theater. You could also say it's kind of designed for a desktop DAC as well, DAC and headphone amplifier, but there are a couple of limitations which I'll get to. Well, let's just get into it right now, because this is one of the big negatives for me with this device is the recessed headphone jacks here. So for example, this is the plug from my beautiful FiiO FT1 Pro headphones. By the way, it's the same cable as the FT1 regular version, and guess what? I can't plug my headphones all the way in because the plug is somewhat large, not huge, but somewhat large, but it just doesn't fit in there. I even had the same problem with some of my custom IEM cables, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around how a brand as experienced as SMSL with headphone amps sort of, you know, missed that, didn't catch on to that. It seems like such a careless oversight. If not for that, I could happily use this as my desktop daily driver. You know, it's got your 4.4mm and 6.35mm headphone jacks. It's got those quad CS43131 DAC chips, which are awesome. That's amazing. It sounds great when you can plug something into it. You can also use it, of course, as a preamp, sending it out to an amplifier, powered amplifier, or powered speakers. You know, it's a good all-round unit. By the way, it does come with a remote control, of course. And the big difference here is the HDMI ARC input, so you can easily plug it into your TV just with one HDMI cable, which is awesome. And it sounds great. Of course, it's SMSL. It sounds great. It is neutral in its tuning. But before I get further into the sound, let me just tell you a little bit more about the features. So the quad DACs, it's got a XMOS XU316, so of course it supports up to 32-bit 768 kilohertz DSD256. It does full MQA decoding. It's got Bluetooth 5.1. It supports LDAC, aptX HD, AAC, and SBC, so all those high-res wireless codecs, and it's got 3 OPA 1612 op amps from Texas Instruments, so it's a solid unit, you know. The headphone amplifier delivers 1.5 watts of output power at 32 ohms, so that is pretty impressive. That is a powerful headphone amplifier, but seriously, what is the point if I can't plug my basic, common headphones into it. It's just such a, I can't believe they missed that. The dynamic range is excellent. It's 126 dB, and even better, it's 132 dB dynamic range from the XLR output. So as far as a DAC goes, this thing is awesome. It performs really, really well. And yes, I did connect it to an amplifier and with my speakers and had a great time. It sounds fantastic. Even using, Spotify or Tidal over LDAC or even aptX with that Bluetooth sounds unreal. But I just keep coming back to this issue with the headphone jacks, and that is a deal breaker for me. Unfortunately, it's not something, just purely because of that, I can't recommend it. If it were only a single headphone cable that had a super fat jack on it, I would understand. But like I said, even some of my custom, modern, recent IEM cables don't fit into that jack, which is just stupid. But don't write it off completely. Like if you are looking for something to power your home theater system, and you probably, you might have a headphone with a 6.35mm. If you don't use the headphone output often, you're just looking for a great DAC with excellent neutral sound signature, all the inputs and outputs that you could possibly want, then there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. So I'll leave it up to you. It sounds amazing, but just that one thing, really? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, Par Family Audiophile style. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button before you go. And until next time, I'll see you later.